Did you know that in the United States, about 6 or even 7% of adult children stop all contacts with their mothers by around age 25? They do not call, do not text, and may not visit for months or even years. That is roughly about 16 million people. With fathers, the situation is even harder. About 27, just think about this, 27% of adult children become distant from their fathers or completely cut off contact. These are not numbers, from a horror movie. This is real data, you can check it. And of course, the main question is, why does this happen? Well, people usually mention old childhood hurts, different views on life, politics, values, divorce, of course, and also moving to another city or country. But that is just the top of the iceberg. This is data about, obvious, sharp conflicts. When there is a big fight, a scandal, a clear breaking point. And strangely, but in those cases, there are often more chances to save the relationship when there is a scandal. Because the conflict is on the surface. Both sides have openly clashed, and the pain is clear. Yeah? And if at least one person on one side wants to keep the relationship, they start acting. They go to therapy, they talk with friends, they try to negotiate, they try to find a compromise, give a second chance. But there is another situation, much more common and more dangerous. It looks like this. When the relationship doesn't break in one moment, but slowly cools down over many months and years, no big fights, no dramas, no, loud words, no scandals. The calls just become less frequent, the conversations get shorter, the topics run out, and the connection weakens. And the distance grows without a single scandal. And here is the biggest trap. On the surface, everything looks fine. The son answers. Sometimes he texts. Sometimes he visits. So it seems like there is no reason to panic. Nothing serious enough, to go to therapy. The pain feels not big enough. And there are only some internal worries and the feeling that something is slipping away. And the mother is left alone with this slow loss. She doesn't want to tell her friends because not to speak badly about her son. Her husband will often take his son's side. Yes, like stop dramatizing, he has his own life, it's his privacy, private life, and inside there is a fear. What if this is forever? What if I've already missed something important? Maybe it's too late? Of course, the ideal option is to find a professional, someone who will listen, help you sort things out, and show you how to change your way of communication with the son. But let's be honest, my friends. Therapy takes time. A course is at least 10 sessions. So it costs money. A good specialist is expensive. And most importantly, there is no clear critical point that forces you to act. Your son is still in touch, just, not the way it used to be. So many mothers postpone it. Yes, I should, but not now, next month, next year, when I have time, and this later. Stretches out endlessly. I have been given advice on how to improve the relationship between a mother and her adult son, but to be honest, all those, magic phrases only help partly. Because the problem is not in the wording. The problem is in what is happening inside you. In the fear of being no longer needed. In a feeling of guilt. In your expectations. In the pain you never put into words. And this needs to be brought up, unpacked, and lived through. And here is something that may sound a bit doubtful, but it wouldn't be sad if this path hadn't been walked personally by me. ChatGPT really helps a lot. I use it as a kind of mirror. If you ask generic questions, you will get generic answer. But if you are not afraid to go deeper, to look at your fears, to search for your blind spots, that is when the most interesting part begins. After all, AI has been trained on thousands of psychology books, millions of human stories, novels, dialogue, forums, and so on and so on. So it has a very good sense of human nature. The main thing is not to ask about what you already know about yourself. That is boring and it's obvious, so yeah. Ask about what you do not yet see. For example, we have already talked about this and that, but what have we not talked about yet that you, AI, think is important? Or what do you see in me that I do not notice myself? Questions like this open up a lot. In my case, I stopped scrolling media because conversations with AI turned out to be much more interesting. Well, after all, the subject of such conversation is myself. What could be more important? So try it. Just spend 1 or 2 evenings talking with AI about your inner questions and challenges. To be clear, right away, this is not a replacement for therapy. But when, for various reasons, a specialist is not available, AI really can help. Because both in therapy and in conversation with AI, in the end you reach the same result. You are the one who makes the decision, the final decision. The decision to change something in your life, to live differently, to speak differently, to do something in another way. And coming back to the topic of maternal loneliness and this slow fading of connection with the son, there is a genuine wish to help you. So that's why I created a series of prompts, 6 step-by-step sessions. It's like a gentle, week-long path. Each evening, 1 conversation with AI. Then a small offline task. These sessions follow the same logic and the same question a specialist would use. You will go from facts to interpretations, then to expectations and your roles, how you see them, then to family history, then to seeing things through the son's eyes, then to a new style of communication, and in the end, to your inner freedom. If this resonates with you, the link is in the description. And in the end, I want to say thank you for watching till the end. Like the video and subscribe to this channel.